Hey YouTube, this is Tim from Timmy's Toy Box with a special video looking at the LEGO Star Wars Force Awakens guide that came in the recent LEGO Kids Club magazine. So as you can see on the cover here, we have the TIE Fighters in pursuit of the Millennium Falcon, as we've seen in the trailers. And in this particular picture, Han Solo and Chewbacca are at the controls. On the inside page, we have a crawl, which describes the story so far, and says this December a new adventure will begin. And we see we have Rey and BB-8 and Finn in the picture. And then on the following page, we have Rey and her speeder, and she is being pursued by Stormtroopers, and there's a little word find there. The word find is mostly character names: Rey, Finn, Kylo Ren, Poe Dameron, Captain Phasma, Tasu Leech, General Hux, Jakku, which we know is a planet, First Order, Resistance, and Star Killer. On the next page, we have the First Order attacks. So we see in the picture a couple of Resistance troopers and Captain Phasma leading some Flametroopers and some Stormtroopers out of the First Order transport. And we've seen this in the trailer as well. And then my favorite part, it's a big new galaxy. Find out all about the minifigures of Star Wars Force Awakens. And so they have a checklist here, so you can check the ones that you have. But they go through all the characters, a little description, and the set that they come from. So Rey, a resilient survivor and scavenger who has been toughened by a life on the harsh desert world of Jakku. She comes in 75099, which is Rey's speeder. Han Solo. The adventures of Han Solo are legendary. He's been a smuggler, captain of the Millennium Falcon, and a hero of the Rebel Alliance. He comes in set 75105, which is of course the Millennium Falcon. Chewbacca. This fearless Wookiee co-pilot has fiercely stood by his captain's side through countless adventures. He also comes in the Millennium Falcon set. Tasu Leech, leader of the notorious Conja Club gang, an intergalactic criminal organization. He comes in the Millennium Falcon set as well, along with one of his gang members, a Conja Club gang member, a grizzled one-eyed gangster who works for Tasu Leech. So we can assume that the crew of the Millennium Falcon, which includes Rey and Finn and BB-8, as well as Han Solo and Chewbacca, will be going up against the Conja Club gang at some point. Finn, a trained fighter who wants to escape his past. He is plunged into an adventure along a heroic but dangerous path. Comes in the Millennium Falcon. The First Order officer. High-ranking officers and commanders in the vast military of the First Order. Comes in 75101, which is the TIE Fighter. A Jakku Thug. A strong-armed bully who works for junk dealer Unkar Plutz to help keep his scavenging business running. Comes in 75099, the Rey's speeder set. We've seen on Timmy's Toy Box from the 3-character set that these thugs at one point capture BB-8, and so we can assume that Rey goes up against them at some point. The First Order TIE Fighter pilot. Skilled First Order pilots who hunt down enemy vessels and protect installations and warships. 75101, of course, the TIE Fighter. You'll notice also that all of these characters are in the desert landscape. Now we move on to the snow landscape, and we see Poe Dameron, an ace X-Wing fighter pilot and a leader in the Resistance fight against the evil First Order. Comes in 75102, which is of course Poe's X-Wing. BB-8, Resistance pilot Poe Dameron's loyal spherical astromech droid. You can find him in Poe's X-Wing or the Millennium Falcon. The Resistance X-Wing pilot, a skilled pilot who flies the latest generation of X-Wing combat starfighters, comes in 75102, which is of course Poe's X-Wing. Resistance Ground Crew, part of the tireless technical crew that provides mechanical support to the Resistance fleet of starfighters. Comes in Poe's X-Wing. First Order Snowtrooper, cold weather assault troopers who wear advanced insulated armor and helmets. Comes in 75100, which is the First Order Snow Speeder. First Order Snowtrooper Officer, a high-ranked First Order Snowtrooper who leads squads of cold weather troops into battle. Also comes in the Snow Speeder. Next we move on to the jungle landscape. Kylo Ren, a dark warrior who commands First Order's missions with a temper as fiery as his unusual lightsaber. 75104, which is of course Kylo Ren's command shuttle. General Hux, a ruthless young officer in the First Order with total confidence in his troops and training methods. Comes in 75104, which is Kylo Ren's command shuttle. First Order Stormtrooper Officer, an armored trooper whose shoulder pauldron identifies him as a commanding officer. 75104, Kylo Ren's command shuttle. Captain Phasma, commander of the First Order's legions of troopers, clad in a cape and distinctive metallic armor. Now I think this is a misprint because it says it comes in 75105, which is the Falcon, but Captain Phasma is seen on the package of 75103, the First Order transporter. First Order Stormtrooper. Equipped with sleek armor and powerful weapons, Stormtroopers enforce the will of the First Order. Comes in the First Order transporter set. A First Order Flametrooper, specialized Stormtroopers of the First Order, who carry flame-blasting incendiary weapons. This comes in the First Order transporter. A Resistance Trooper, soldiers who rely on hit-and-run tactics to fight the overwhelming might of the First Order. Comes in 75103, which is the First Order transporter. And finally, we have the First Order crew. These helmeted crew members perform many vital functions aboard First Order starships and bases. This comes with Kylo Ren's command shuttle. So there you have all the minifigs from Star Wars The Force Awakens thus far. Next page has a couple of ships. The caption says, Fly Tech, take a tour of the new era of Star Wars vehicles. Poe's X-Wing fighter. When missions call for it, ace resistance pilot Poe Dameron becomes Black Leader, flying a dark-hulled T-70 X-Wing starfighter into action. Kylo Ren's command shuttle. With enormous stabilizers that create an imposing profile when in flight or when landed, Kylo Ren's command shuttle is an impressive sight. Next page is the Snow Speeder Pursuit, and we see Poe Dameron's X-Wing chasing a snow speeder. Makes me wonder why they might be pursuing a snow speeder. Is it just part of the battle that we've seen in the trailer, or is this snow speeder carrying something special? And then on the back cover, we have Kylo Ren, the dark side has a new face. Okay, so that does it for the LEGO Star Wars Guide to Force Awakens LEGO sets. Hope you enjoyed checking out all the minifigures in the descriptions. Feel free to comment below and subscribe so that you can get the latest from Timmy's Toy Box. Thanks for watching.